special event alert.
My golf cart ran out of batteries at the club.
Yeah,
Excuse number 246.
309 for being
309.
late for Changeover, your weekly space news and variety show. I'm your host, Marty Smith, and I'm joined by Mr. History, Eric Perrott.
the gang is back in town.
And our much beloved man in the closet, Jake Wall.
It's good to see you guys. I missed you.
I know. It feels like it's been forever.
Yeah.
It's never
only
the
been-
same
it's
without
only
the
been
OGs,
2 weeks.
man.
Yeah. We're here to bring you the latest headlines and updates pertinent to all Guardians and to the other lower branches as well. So take your seats, get informed, and have a laugh because
Wait for changeover. Rocks the Rockies.
did you hear it that time?
Yeah.
Oh, see, when I have my settings working,
Yeah,
it works great.
it works. Rocking the Rockies, baby.
All right, Jake, welcome back. I
Yeah,
was
thanks.
looking forward to I was looking forward to segue with you into this story. So we're all aware of the football exploits of one Staff Sergeant Eric Perrott back then.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, A1C.
Legendary.
A1C Eric Perrott back then.
A1C, yeah.
Well, shit, maybe that was more than 35 years ago, right?
It's been a while, man.
But let's call it 40. Let's just call it an even 40 years later, we get to experience another legendary Perrott performance on the football field.
Oh, yes.
Eric, would you fill us in on your recent Florida football experience? You're going to like this one, Jake.
Oh, my
I'm
God.
excited.
So I am at my 10-year-old's grandson's football game. And my stepson, his dad, said, hey, they've asked for volunteers, and I've volunteered to be part of the chain gang. Would you mind doing it with me? And I said, yeah, no problem. You can see the game better from the other side. No problem. So you've got him and I doing the chains, and then you got another father who is doing the downs march,
No, that's
right? Downs marker.
Working.
So chain stretched. We're into the halftime. My grandson's team, the Bulldogs, are beating the snot out of these guys. They're just crushing them. It's
Well,
like
I
40
mean,
something to nothing. So the
They were
coach,
first down every time for some reason.
more or less. So the coach, their coach,
First down.
is, you can hear him. He's flustered. He's pissed off. He's fried. Well, as the game is progressing, I take it upon myself to move the chains early, thinking that the team had reached the first down and I was going to stretch the chains out. Well, then the ref turns around and goes, no, stay there. And out of the stands behind me, I hear, hey, motherfucker, don't move until you're told to move. And I
You're
was like,
getting heckled at a
man.
pee-wee football game.
Yeah. So
Oh,
I actually thought it was funny. I thought it was being funny, right?
Yeah.
So I turn around to the stands and I said,
oh,
I'm sorry, I won't move until I'm told to.
yeah.
Holy
Not your
shit.
best comeback, but okay.
Yeah.
The coach loses his mind. You guys are supposed to be the grown-ups. Don't effing engage with the crowd. Stay on point.
That's right.
Stay on point.
You got fucking scolded at a
Oh, it
pee-wee
gets better.
You got heckled. You got scolded.
Oh, yeah. So then the guy holding the downs marker that's with us
This is
looks at the
awesome.
coach and goes, don't talk to us. We don't fucking work for you. Don't talk to us. And I'm like, oh my
Here
God.
we go.
So the coach looks at him and goes, what are you going to do about it? And I'm thinking,
Sideline fight
we're going to go to fisticuffs at a 10-year-old football game. No way.
with the fourth down marker.
No way. So one of the mothers, who apparently is the coach's wife, comes over and she goes, "We don't need these guys. Will anybody in our stands volunteer to be the chain gang?"
Oh, you know there's some drunk dad.
So I
Did you get
dropped it.
removed?
We got removed, fired. All three of us walked to the other side. It's like, no way.
Did you throw it like a javelin?
No, I just dropped it. And then I went and told my grandson's coach. I said, "Coach, I truly am sorry. I did not think I was instigating anything." And he goes, "Well, what'd you say?" And I told him, and he goes, "Don't freaking worry about it. These guys are just pissed off because we were beating the snot out of them." I was like, wow. I almost, my wife's looking at me like,
great.
Good job, Eric. Good job. Jesus Christ, man.
You got heckled, you got scolded, and you got replaced.
Fired. Yep.
From a Pee-wee football game.
Football game.
And your wife got the dig in on you at the
Oh,
end.
yeah.
Oh,
too.
you
Well
knew that was
done.
coming.
Way to go.
I was like, unbelievable, man. I couldn't believe
Way
it.
to make lasting memories with your grandkid, Eric.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
I was so glad that he didn't understand
their
what was
helmets
going
on
on.
sideways are like, what are these guys doing?
Oh, man.
I agree.
It was crazy. And you know what's the craziest thing? Is this chain gang doesn't have anything to do or impact on the game.
Yeah, that's true.
Even if we weren't standing there, the ref is still pointing out where the down marker is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're good.
I was like,
It was
come on,
literally for
man.
the audience.
It killed me. It killed me.
That
I was
is
crushed.
hilarious.
That is awesome.
Oh
That
my
is
God.
so
That
good.
would be it
Claim
would be
to fame.
funny and then embarrassing and
It
then
was.
funny again.
It was
But
exactly that.
You can read the beginning of the police blotter right there.
Oh.
Can't you? It's just like there was an argument among parents.
Dude.
Some grandpa decided to mouth off to the crowd.
I want that coach to break his clipboard over your shoulder, and then you like start knocking him over, and he gets
jousting him
tangled
with
up
that.
in a chain. You're just stabbing him.
Well, and you know what's funny is the Downs guy, as we're walking, he goes, "Man, don't worry about it. I had your back. I had your back." And I'm like, "Do you think you like saved my life or something from this guy?" Because didn't try to fight him because he was telling, "I'm a cop. You don't need to tell me this," and they're going back and forth at it.
Oh my God.
Oh man, that is awesome.
Well, you got every parent, every coach, former All-State themselves. Of course, they know.
Always.
Yeah.
They've never messed up on that at all.
I was actually really surprised that someone would yell at me because I made a mistake, man. It's not like I did something on purpose. I just stepped off early thinking he had the first down.
Razz you for no reason. Yeah, I would have done that.
Was it the opposing team's first down? Or was it your the other team?
It was ours.
They're all getting their asses kicked. They're watching their grandkids' dreams just get crushed in front of them.
That's why we're down by 30.
You know damn well that's the first down. Let's start moving. These kids suck.
Because the same guy that tells me I'm the grown-up and should not be engaging with the crowd has turned around and is ready to fight the Downs, the guy with the Downs marker.
That's the
irony.
What are you going to do? Funny.
The Downsy guy. He's fighting the Downsy guy.
Yeah. I was like, right. Craziest thing I've ever seen.
Another legendary story. That
is awesome.
Yeah.
Talk about making memories.
Holy cow. That is, man.
I
might chop that part up and put it out by itself.
That is beautiful.
Yeah, it's so good. Especially in the middle of football season, baby. So
it was crazy.
Okay, good. I'm glad you're back, Jake, because I was so dying for you to hear that.
It's so good, dude.
Eric told me that a couple of weeks ago. Glad we held on to that one. So
yeah.
All right, let's get to the news, shall we? Our first story is from space.com.
All right.
I know we haven't had one from space.com in a while. Meet Point Nemo, where the International Space Station will go to die in 2030.
Point
That's
Nemo.
the headline.
Huh?
Sunday, November 2nd, marked the 25th anniversary of continuous human occupation of the International Space Station, which has carved out a spot in the history books as one of our species' grandest and most expensive technological achievements.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, one of our species. That's a little bit over the top, but it's true. I guess that's true,
Yeah.
right? NASA and his partners plan to deorbit the aging outpost toward the end of 2030 using a modified, extra burly version of SpaceX's Dragon cargo capsule to bring it down over an uninhabited stretch of ocean. And not just any stretch, the quote-unquote spacecraft cemetery, a patch of the Pacific centered on Point Nemo, which is named after the famous submarine captain in Jules Verne's 1871 novel 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Point Nemo.
This remote oceanic location is located at coordinates 48 degrees, 52 minutes south, 123 degrees, 23 minutes west, or about 2,600, almost 2,700 kilometers from the nearest land, 16,070 miles. Nice. You can't get farther away from land than Point Nemo. You want to see a picture of where Point Nemo is?
Dude.
Look at that.
Holy cow.
Yes.
Slap dead in the middle of everything. Isn't it?
They said you can't get any farther away from land than Point Nemo.
Is there land there, or is it just water?
That's
just water.
I don't know if it's just like geographically the farthest, the safest place is what they really want to say. So interesting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is super cool.
Let's see. That remoteness explains Point Nemo's appeal to mission planners who have ditched several hundred big spacecraft there over the decades. Several hundred. Imagine
what
if you dove down. Yeah.
Depth has got to be crazy.
NASA engineers expect breakup of the ISS to occur as a sequence of 3 events: solar array and radiator separation first, followed by breakup and separation of intact modules and the truss segment, and finally individual module fragmentation and loss of structural integrity of the truss. Most station hardware is expected to burn up or vaporize during the intense heating associated with atmospheric reentry, whereas some denser or heat-resistant components like truss sections are expected to survive reentry and splash down within an uninhabited region of the ocean, Point Nemo. This analysis is informed by the reentry behavior of other large spacecraft such as Soviet-Russian space station Mir and NASA's Skylab. NASA tried to ditch Skylab over the Indian Ocean in July 1979, but didn't quite manage it. Charred pieces of the station dropped onto a swath of Western Australia, and the town of Esperance famously fined NASA $400 for littering.
Nice. That's awesome.
All right, being a non-space guy, how do you ensure a piece of debris is going to fall where you want it to fall?
Orbital analysts. That's
you push it down at the right time. You slow it down. But Marty and I would watch deorbits and track deorbits, and sometimes, depending on what you were watching, they would skip.
Yeah,
they would skip on the atmosphere.
So there's so much resistance. It doesn't. It doesn't.
They don't come down at the right angle.
Come
they would
right in. It'll kind of hit and then come in later.
And then they would go further down the orbit.
But that little skip is thousands of kilometers all of a sudden. You know, you're like, holy shit.
So you're off target by a way.
Yeah, you went from the Pacific to the Atlantic all of a sudden.
Right.
All right.
If you're lucky.
I was just curious. I don't know how you would do that. So
most of the time, there's all this series of equations and what's it called? Orbits. There's something I can't. It's orbital mechanics. It's all basically they can figure all the math out if and even when it separates, the cone of trash should be generally here.
Okay,
right?
So it doesn't have to be in a specific orbit. It can be wherever, and they can figure out from any location where it's going to go. Okay.
Yes. You can bring stuff back down, in theory, from any orbit, as long as you have enough fuel. But nobody's going to do that on the deeper orbits because fuel is lifeblood. right? So they always just want their satellite to last the longest. You get your return on investment. So any further out than like LEO, low Earth orbit, or maybe some MEOs, they'll just push them further out. They'll just shove it further out.
Oh yeah, Geo. They just push them as far out as they're never coming back in.
Yep. So. What we call a graveyard orbit past the geosynchronous belt. So it's just not coming.
We got a lot of shit up there too.
Yeah.
Which
we talked about that.
Yeah. We need to start paying attention to that because there was a couple of articles recently about China and their cool orbits. They're like cislunar orbits.
Really?
Pretty neat, man.
Yeah.
We need to start looking out.
Even like what's those damn orbits where? Like polar orbits, right? Where they come real close and then they zoom way out there.
Highly elliptical.
They're highly elliptical orbits are encountering more and more shit that's parked out there.
Yeah.
It's like, well, maybe we didn't push it out far enough. So
those HEOs, they come all the way down. Some of them come down below or at low Earth orbit, and then they go all the way back up.
Yeah.
So it's like if this is your Earth, they're coming really close, and then they're going way up.
Yeah.
Well, how does that work since the Earth is flat?
Yeah, that's the whole propaganda part that Marty and I have been involved in for decades.
It just goes on the underside.
Finally tired of dealing with all this round Earth bullshit.
I mean, the underside of Earth is like half of it's made in China. The other.
Oh, there you go. That's right. Yeah. There we go.
Thailand, Vietnam, and then it comes back up.
Yes, sir.
And there's got a bunch of numbered stickers underneath. So when you're assembling Earth, you know this piece A goes with this piece B. So,
Flat earther technology is so amazing.
It is amazing.
Easy. Really easy. But that's a good question because one of the proposals of resupply, remember we talked about that, having resupply in orbit?
Yeah.
So as they're coming, they're like, we want this to deorbit over Afghanistan. And they can figure that out as it's orbiting. And then, we got a retro burn here, or we got a insert burn here. Yeah. Boom. And then we'll get pretty close. So it's amazing how accurate they are. And they would have to be. If they weren't, shit would be all over the place.
Well, early on, are you familiar with that? I think we did an article or something on the Corona project.
That sounds
early spy satellite. Basically, this quick rundown. Early spy satellite was really like ran on film. But these film canisters,
right? We did do that. Yeah, we
did. They would actually then go back over the location, and they would just like jettison a film canister.
Yeah,
and then U.S. planes would catch it or pick it up, and then go develop it and see what was going on in Russia.
Wow,
that kind of thing. But we were crazy. They were so good at the math that they would just drop these canisters right in this specific area.
That's pretty amazing.
So, yeah, it is pretty neat. 2030, they're going to deorbit it. So we'll see.
Taco Bell better get ready, man.
I hope they do. God, I hope they do. I hope somebody does make some money off of that thing. That would be awesome. Yeah. Okay, let me give you some background on this before we talk about this next story. I remember way back when, early, maybe 90, maybe 89, somewhere around there. I met up with a friend who had been chosen as an Army aviator. He was at Fort Rucker going through helicopter training. And we met somewhere when Firebirds came out, the movie Firebird. We went and saw the movie together with Nicolas Cage and Sean Young and who was the guy? Tommy Lee Jones. Yeah, horrible movie. And but we were talking. He was like, I remember him telling me that the helicopter hover, is the hardest move to execute in aviation. Right? And I was like, oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. But maybe the F-35 guys have a a hover plus because they're like, yeah, we're hovering, but we're also flying Mach 1.
Yeah.
Well, maybe with this next story from Military Times, that might all change. So, a guardsman learns to fly an autonomous Black Hawk in less than an hour.
Wow. Oh my God.
Less than an hour. A guardsman. A U.S.
I like how it's like even a guardsman can do
I
it.
know, it's like a guardsman did it.
Oh.
He's an aeronautical engineer in his freaking civilian job. And he's like, really? You couldn't have put that on? I'm a PhD aeronautical engineer, and you put a guardsman on? Come on.
Corporal Snuffy this weekend. That's who you are. A U.S. Army National Guardsman with no previous aviation background learned to successfully maneuver Sikorsky's optionally piloted Black Hawk helicopter in less than an hour. In a training first, optionally piloted. It's really cool. Oh. In a training first, the guardsman using a handheld touchscreen tablet controlled the optionally piloted vehicle Black Hawk and planned its tasks during Operation Northern Strike 25-2, a large biannual multinational exercise sponsored by the National Guard Bureau that took place in Michigan in August. So this story just came out, but it was back in August. The guardsman, whose name has not been released, used the OPV Black Hawk to transport a 2,900-pound water buffalo sling-loaded entirely by remote control.
Wow.
Entirely by remote control. Additional first-time demonstrations that took place during the exercise included delivering airborne troops to drop zones at different altitudes and a simulated medical evacuation. The airborne drop exercise saw the helicopter perform a back-to-back action while controlled by the guardsman operating the Black Hawk from a Coast Guard vessel over 70 nautical miles away on Lake Huron.
No. Wait a minute, Sergeant. You mean you want me to get in this chopper?
That's what I was thinking
who
too.
Hasn't learned how to do anything in an hour? Yeah.
You got 6 guys with chutes on, and they're like, no pilot? And they're like, I got you, boys. I got you.
I don't think so.
I can't imagine flying with a sling load anyway. Can you imagine that the weight shifting constantly as you're flying?
And the adjustments? Yeah. Right. Oh, so there's got to be some stabilizing software, maybe? I don't know.
It's got to be
This guy learned it in an hour.
Guardsman, even.
A guardsman.
And they've been sling loading, materials and cargo for a long time. So that's
sure. Right. But you're right. There's crosswinds, there's weight swinging and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Although it retains the ability to be operated by a pilot, the OPV Black Hawk can be programmed to perform tasks remotely and optionally controlled as it carries out its assigned duties. So as I read down, I'm like, okay, maybe the pilots were sitting there and they're like, we're hands off, take it over, right? But we're here if we need
We're
to.
sitting in the seats of the... Okay, yeah, that could be.
It's like one of those self-playing pianos. You're like, look, Mom, look how good I am.
Or
fly a helicopter.
It's the driving instructor who has the wheel, and he's like,
just holding on to this harness.
Oh boy.
Matrix Technology, a system developed in a joint program by DARPA, allows the aircraft to transition from piloted to uncrewed, according to what DARPA said on their website. Sikorsky also utilizes Matrix technology in its completely autonomous take on the UH-60L Black Hawk, nicknamed the U-Hawk.
Damn, man, that's pretty amazing when you think about what they can do.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So this same helicopter, I guess you hit a toggle and you're like, okay, pilot, you're in control. Hit a toggle back and you're like, okay, it's all remote. That's what it sounds like anyway.
Yeah, but what's the need to make something remote that the pilot couldn't do?
Well, that's a picture of the guy flying it from that touch screen.
With the water buffalo.
With the water buffalo sling loaded. So
that's not a water buffalo. No, I'm just kidding.
It's actually an optical illusion. That model's only a foot wide.
Exactly, dude. That's a drone. Like a little Bebe drone.
Oh man.
It's
Well,
actually really close to the camera.
Does the driver have to be in sight?
No,
if
he
holds
said
his-
70 miles away.
Yeah,
He
that
could
guy
be
did.
70 miles away.
That was 70 miles away.
Wow.
So I can see. I don't know. As I was reading through the article, I'm like, would this have helped us on Somalia? I don't know. They still
Black
would have
Hawk down.
shot the damn
Black
thing
Hawk
down, right?
Yeah,
But
it wasn't.
maybe
It
it was
wasn't
like-
pilot error. Or-
Maybe it was like, oh, we got a Black Hawk down, but nobody's on it, so we don't have to go to the crash site.
Well, but then you'd be worried about the classified software that
Yeah,
made it
that's
a drone.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah,
I don't know, but they're moving forward with it.
It's
crazy.
pretty cool.
Forward with it. Yeah,
we
it's
haven't
pretty-
heard anything about those F-16s that were
right, and the wingman and all that stuff.
AI. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And maybe we haven't heard anything because they haven't been as successful as Sikorsky has with this Black Hawk program.
Okay.
You know what? I could see putting this thing down, in hot LZs where they're taking fire and they didn't want to risk another pilot, but you could risk,
Yeah, right.
a helicopter,
right.
pick up troops and get them off the ground quickly.
That would make
I-
sense. Or
Yeah.
Speed
just
it would be.
resupply.
Yeah, drop
Why-
something out.
Do we want to send a crew out? It's just like,
Yeah.
fly these 5 out there. And,
turn the helicopter over, drop it out. Boop. Okay.
Just drop the water buffalo from 100
yeah.
feet up. They're like,
But then I go to the movie version of this, and the enemy jumps the guy with the control pad, and now he's got the Black Hawk.
they hacked it. They're hacking it.
Look what we got. It only took him an hour. We can do it in 40 minutes. Come on.
It's already in the air.
Damn.
But it's good.
Damn you, Angelina Jolie. How dare you be so good at hacking? It
Yep.
was a deep cut.
Holy shit. Yeah, that was very deep, but yeah. I don't know if you went all the way back to Ghana 60 seconds, but that was that would have been good too.
Oh, no, that was straight movie Hackers.
Was it Hackers? Wasn't she also in? No, I'm not even going to say it. That was ignorant. That was dumb.
Wanted.
Wasn't she in that movie where they could turn the bullet?
Wanted.
Oh yeah,
Is that what
It
that
called
was?
Wanted.
Wanted.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
She's
Wanted.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's good.
Yeah.
All right. This next story.
Like disc golf.
I can see Marty out on the range tomorrow. Just do your shotgun like this. Why that?
I saw it. I know you can do it. Twist.
Muzzle control, you sons of bitch.
Like, oh.
Marty gets his fake leg shot off.
Come on. Got to go to the backup.
You fall
It's okay.
down.
It's okay. I do this all the time.
It squeaks too.
No big deal.
Oh my god!
Are you making that squeaking noise?
I
Well,
got to tell you, things that we
Just to
find
prove
funny,
a
I don't
point.
think our audience finds funny.
I don't care.
Whatever, dude, who cares?
Because I know Michelle Zayas is waiting for unheralded history, but she's got to plow through this.
Oh
nonsense.
yes.
Oh yeah.
All right, this next story is really, really cool, I think. And it's from Task and Purpose. Veterans built an interactive map of Afghanistan to record 20 years of war. And I had thought for a long time, as long as we were there, I know so little about what happened in Afghanistan. And timeline-wise, I have no idea what happened timeline-wise.
Yeah, agreed. I don't know.
When was Lone Survivor? When was The Outpost? When was Korengal Valley?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
I don't have
Restrepo.
a Restrepo. Yeah, Restrepo. Right.
Yeah.
So this is really cool. I don't know if you got a chance to go out to the website, but you should. But the article starts, for a generation that lived the war in Afghanistan one grid square at a time, the war now feels like a series of dots on a map. Nathan Kaler knows the pull of those dots. When he and a group of fellow veterans wanted to record the war that they experienced, they knew all their stories would be easiest to see laid out on a map. They launched Project Athena, a visual map connecting the memories of soldiers to the coordinates where they occurred. Kaler is Canadian and served as an armored recon soldier with the Royal Canadian Dragoons. Anytime you get a chance to say dragoons,
that's such a cool ass word.
Yeah.
I know
Dragoons.
it is, right? Then he went out as a geotech with 2 Combat Engineer Regiment, or 2nd Combat Engineer Regiment, which were the military's map makers. So he has a skill here. He deployed to Afghanistan in 2009 in the Panjwabi district. I know. Sorry, I'm an idiot. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Somewhere in Afghanistan.
There may be 1 or 2 vets that are like, Jesus, this guy. I'm like, I know.
Fucking chair force.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, valid. Good call.
Yeah, I no argument back.
I'm pretty sure my heart does not long to visit the Punjabi region.
Panjwabi. Kaler and a small team of the Canadian Research and Mapping Association built Project Athena as a public, veteran-led map of the Afghanistan War, a place where bases, routes, outposts, IED strikes, photos, and stories can live together. Probably easiest to show you this video that I made of me working the Project Athena website. So
that's very cool, though.
So if
to
you
have
go,
that kind of history.
if you go to the website, it comes up like this, right? Remember, it's under development, so not everything you've heard is in there. But I first went to remember the movie The Outpost.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I went to O.P. Keating. That was where that was, and that comes up. Like I said, not everything comes up. It's based on user input. So, if you click on O.P. Keating, that's where that outpost was. And whoever has pictures, upload them. So it's really kind of a wiki.
Oh, damn, that's really cool.
To a certain degree. But it acts like Google Maps. And I think you can sideways see like a street view, I think. But I didn't do that. So those users have uploaded those pictures. But it does give you, and so I zoomed out here just to like, where is this? I still don't have any frame of reference. But
look at the terrain in this place, man. God.
Isn't that crazy?
Talk about godforsaken. Woo!
So then I thought, I was scrolling around and I saw Operation Red Wings was in there. No pictures are associated with it. But Red Wings was where Lone Survivor was based on.
Yeah.
Steels,
Way
right?
off.
Yeah. What were you going to say? I don't want to know what you were going to say.
Thank you.
Something about the no
different
survivors.
Operation Red Wings.
And so this was just a marker. And so it wouldn't really search. I just ran across it and I was like, oh, there's Operation Red Wings, that green text right in the middle.
Okay.
And so, yeah, looking where they were, it's like, what in the F were they doing there, man?
Top of a ridge line, man. Look at that.
That is amazing. So just to go out there to the Project Athena website, which I'll put in the comments or the notes there for the show.
Yeah.
It's really, really cool. Like I said, all those pictures that you see there, those are user uploads. So when he created this, he was marking IEDs, and then he made it public. And then he started getting other people are like, oh, I was here. Here's a picture. I was here. Here's a picture. Wow. And so they're populating it that way. A lot of the green are not searchable, but all the picture stuff is really, really cool. So veterans of Afghanistan can jump on here, either add their own stuff. But one of the comments in the article was, unlike World War II, where you could see a front line advancing, which made it easier to understand the timeline, Afghanistan, there was no advancing. It was just all cops and fobs, and operation was here and an operation was there. So maybe that's why Afghanistan is so murky to try to understand, I think, for me anyway.
Yeah.
Almost like Vietnam to a certain degree too,
Yeah.
right?
I was thinking it's a modern day almost trench warfare, like
Kinda,
World War One
yeah.
style, where
Yeah.
you're not doing any, you're just holding ground, and
Right.
you're advancing
Right.
and killing people and patrolling, and then you're coming back,
And then you
and you
come
do
right
that.
back. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I think a
That's a good
perfect
point.
example is the FOBs, the forward operating
Yeah.
bases, is what that was
Yeah.
for. We occupy high ground, take it away from them. But
It's
still,
such,
there were very few objectives in this.
it was such a
country.
Vietnam mentality
Yeah.
yeah,
because instead of FOBs, they had fire bases, right?
Yep.
So they patrol outside the fire base, they come back, get attacked at the fire base, and go patrol again and try to. And it seemed like Afghanistan was kind of a rinse and repeat of that. So that's why it's hard to understand when Korengal Valley was, where Keating was, where Red Wings was, where what's the operation with Chapman that they're going to make the movie of? Tora Bora, right? Wasn't that Tora Bora up there? So, and my brother was there, and I asked him, were you with a fob or a cop? And he was like, no, we kind of had this house that was rented out from a warlord outside of one of the provinces there. So it was really interesting, and it's really hard to track, when this big battle was, because there's no results of some of that stuff either.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like we turned the tide with Battle of the Bulge. It was, this one happened, and
then we moved over to the next
one. Then we just went on to the next one.
yeah.
Right?
It was another Wednesday, and we came back and got resupplied.
Kind of that way. So if you get a chance, I'll put the link in there. That's a fantastic project.
That's a super cool one. I was just looking at it actually.
Yeah, it is really neat. Not a lot is searchable. You can't just put anything you want in there, as I found out. But just zooming in and scrolling around, they have, this was Operation this was Operation this is OP, FOB, COP, that kind of thing. It's really, really pretty neat. So Operation Athena. So good on you, Canadian Kaler. That was really cool. He said, if you've ever zoomed out on Afghanistan after a decade of up armored driving, the scale can feel overwhelming. How many outposts there were, how many places I never heard about in my own AO. To make that scale readable, Athena's next update will add a timeline that lets you play IED activity across months and tours, then drop back into a single valley. Wow. Another feature already working will let users build interactive story maps that move a reader across terrain while photos and narrative advance chapter by chapter. So that'll be just absolutely amazing when they get that all together. So
it's going to be cool. That'll paint the picture, man.
Yeah. Help us understand it, who never really went over there. So, all right. It's time once again for Unheralded History.
Unheralded History. Jake is so prepared.
Oh, he's got his backup. He had his backup. He blew us away with Operation Delirium. And then Eric
you
blew us
copied
away with
Edgewater Arsenal.
Edgewater Arsenal.
Just call it a different name. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have confidence that you have a good one or no?
Or you asking me or Jake?
All right, fine. I'll go first. Or do you want to go first, Jake?
No, go ahead.
All right. My unheralded history is about the Polar Bear Expedition. I know, I never heard of this thing until I ran across it. I was like, no way. During the summer of 1918, the U.S. Army's 85th Division, made up primarily of men from Michigan and Wisconsin, completed its training at Fort Custer outside of Battle Creek, Michigan. Isn't Battle Creek where all the cereals used to be made? Or no?
That's my understanding.
And they left for England while the rest of the division was preparing to enter the fighting in France. Some 5,000 troops, remember this is World War I, 5,000 troops of the 339th Infantry and support units were issued Russian weapons and equipment and sailed for Archangel, a Russian port on the White Sea, 600 miles north of Moscow. When American troops reached their destination in early September, they joined an international force commanded by the British that had been sent to northern Russia for purposes never made clear. Whatever the reasons for the intervention, however, the force was fighting the Bolsheviks who had taken power in Petrograd and Moscow the previous winter. So they were trying to help fight the communists that were during the revolution. The strategy of the expedition's commanders was to advance south and east to join Russian and foreign anti-Bolshevik armies hundreds or even thousands of miles away. Fighting during the winter of 1918-1919 was concentrated in 6 areas scattered across Archangel province in a semicircle south of the city. 2 companies of the U.S. Army Transportation Corps arrived in Murmansk. This is crazy to think this was World War I, right? 400 miles northwest of Archangel in April 1919. Their duty was to maintain and operate the Murmansk Railroad, running parallel to the Archangel Vologda Railroad, but 200 miles farther west. A winter of fighting Bolsheviks and wondering why they were still in combat when the war with Germany had ended led to several morale problems among the American troops, including an alleged mutiny in March 1919. Of course. They're like, the war's over.
We still
What
here.
the F are we still doing here? The troops were ready for the new American commander who arrived in Archangel in April 1919 with orders to withdraw. As soon as navigation opened in June, they had to wait for things to thaw so they could leave.
Wow.
Right?
Man.
As soon as navigation opened in June, the American forces left northern Russia. British troops withdrew a few months later, but the anti-Bolshevik government they left behind held the city until February 1920 when they were overthrown and the Soviet Union started, right? In 1922, veterans of the campaign held their first reunion in Detroit and formed the Polar Bear Association to preserve their comradeship and perpetuate the memory of their expedition. The organization was active in at least until 1983,
Wow.
when 22 surviving members of the association held a luncheon meeting in Detroit. And that is the story of the Polar Bear Expedition of 1918.
That's pretty cool to be part of that.
That would be cool.
Oh, man.
Oh, how frustrating that would be. I was like,
Yeah.
why are we here? What are we doing? It's
To
freezing.
be part of it. Hell of a thing.
No kidding. Yeah. So, real unknown history for your historical pleasure.
Food. That was
I like
good. I liked it.
Food.
I like that one. Jake, you, me.
Jake,
flip
what's
coin.
your backup?
My backup is, it's not necessarily unknown, but it's definitely like not as popular. It's Operation Paul Bunyan.
Ah,
Oh, we talked about that. We had that in the quiz, right?
Did we?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
operation name.
with
Ah,
operation
Remember?
names, it was
Paul Bunyan.
what it was.
But we didn't talk about
Oh.
the operation.
All
so-
right.
We were just
well,
saying whether it was an actual operation or not.
It is
Right,
an actual
right.
one, and 2 U.S. military members died in this operation.
That's crazy.
So, North Korea, South Korea, DMZ, setting up the scenario. There's a tree there that's obscuring the South Korea to North Korea observations.
It's a cherry tree.
Yeah, tree.
It was a
And
cherry
you-
tree?
No, it wasn't a cherry tree, but
Are you sure?
U.S. and South Korea. It might have been cherry tree. We'll go with that. U.S. and South Korean guys are like, we need to trim this tree up. North Koreans are like, no, our glorious leader Kim Il Sung planted that damn tree. Don't touch it.
Oh, no. Did they?
Yeah.
I didn't
Oh,
realize that. I
Nope,
didn't realize
you
that.
do not touch that.
Oh.
So, U.S. and South Korean U.S. personnel went out there, two officers, and of course a bunch of enlisted people to do the manual labor. Go out when the North Koreans aren't really paying attention and start trimming up this tree.
That's
And
crazy.
North Koreans come down to the bridge of no return and are like, there's a lieutenant commander on the North Korean side that was known as Captain Bulldog because he was
Whoa.
always starting crap with South Korea and the U.S. like all the time.
Oh, wow.
He comes out and he's like, "You can't do this. You can't trim this tree. Our fearless leader planted this tree." And the U.S. officer turned his back on him. So, immediately he dispatches a runner, as a good officer does. They go up, fill the truck up with the boys, with crowbars and other wacky sticks. Come rolling back, and they're like, "Stop trimming our tree." Again, the U.S. officer turns his back on him. Well, at that time, U.S. South Korea had moved apart, or U.S. and North Korea had moved apart. Yeah. And the guys trimming the tree back in the day, they had axes. Mm-hmm. They had dropped their axes and kind of backed away. Well, this Lieutenant Bulldog picked up the axe and just whack and continued to bludgeon the U.S. officer to death.
Jesus.
And then, the captain. Yeah, he bludgeoned
captain,
the captain to death.
Wow.
And so he died, the other officer died, and everyone on the detail sustained serious injuries from crowbars and bashing. It created a very big international incident, obviously. Yep. The tree was thus removed.
There is now a plaque there.
Yeah, there is now a plaque there. Yep, exactly. Yeah.
Remembrance.
There's a really cool diorama in the museum at the DMZ.
Yeah, it's really cool to see it. Yeah, because it'll show it picture by picture frame of what occurred. They've got the pictures.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
No
it was all because they're all doing surveillance on each other. There was like, we got all the evidence of what you guys did.
Yep. That was crazy.
So, Operation Paul Bunyan to trim up a little tree. Captain Arthur Boniface was the U.S. military guy who lost his life. Wow. And Captain Kim, of course. I mean, I didn't want to guess, but
that's a safe guess.
First Lieutenant Barrett, and then 11 enlisted personnel.
Hell of a fight.
How do you write that letter home to the family?
Dude.
Right. Yeah. Your husband died while cutting a tree down.
What? What year was that? Oh
man, don't scratch the surface.
It was
August 18th, 1976.
76.
I thought it was still back in the
70. So
that's a good one though. That is.
It was a good while after the stalemate.
Right.
Cool.
God dang. That'd be cool
one.
to see that plaque. I'm gonna look at it.
I've seen it. It's pretty cool.
It is cool.
Got the trip down to DMZ is pretty neat, man.
All right, Eric, bring it home. What do you got?
All right, fellas, I got a good one. It's kind of strange and wacky at the same time. It's pretty wild. So, 1941, freaking Japan hits us. Oh my God, we're at war. So, a physician, a dental surgeon named Dr. Lytle Adams, was thinking, how can I be relevant? How can I help? And how can I come up with a solution to end the war quickly?
Okay.
Right? So in 1943, it was actually December 7th, 41, Adams makes a fateful trip to Carlsbad Caverns National Park. During a vacation in New Mexico, he was awed by the hundreds of thousands of bats that were nested in the caves. Bats. The bats were still on his mind later in the day as he drove away when news came across the radio that Pearl Harbor was attacked. Ooh. Outraged over the travesty, Adams begins to mentally construct a plan for U.S. retaliation. Now, get it. This guy's a dental surgeon, right? Nobody really important.
Yeah.
So the idea that he comes up with, let me read here. The idea Adams came up with was a bat bomb. 1,000 bats. Bat bomb. 1,000 bats carrying napalm into a city of full wooden buildings, like Japan, right? Nothing but wooden buildings, led to one of the U.S.'s most bizarre weapons development program of all time. Okay, so let me scroll down here, and I'll tell you a little bit about it here.
Napalm bats.
Napalm bats. So According to Copper, the
We're
bombshell,
crazy.
the development and testing, dubbed Project X-Ray, was based in New Mexico. The program developed a metal bomb casing with 3 horizontal layers similar to an upside-down ice cube tray where the bats would nest to keep them docile, or as docile as a bat strapped with a bomb can be. Right? They would be placed in an artificial cold-induced hibernation.
Oh,
The bat bomb was designed to be released from high altitudes just before dawn, when bats naturally seek out a place to sleep during day hours. According to Coffer, the bombshell's parachute would deploy at 4,000 feet, slowing the descent. At approximately 1,000 feet, the bats would awaken as the surrounding air warmed, and the bomb casing would release the bats. The team expected the bats to seek out attics and eaves under the roofs of the city below. So they're thinking, all right, they're going to disperse.
Yeah.
They're going to fly down, find a warm place, and crawl in there.
Yeah.
So a time fuse for the incendiary device would allow the bats to find a place to sleep before detonating somewhere within the 20 to 40-mile flight radius.
That's awesome.
Wow. Okay.
this
So,
was a dentist's idea, right?
yeah. Yeah.
They're all crazy, clearly.
Yeah, absolutely. So this was PETA, of course. According to Coffer, the reality of sacrificing over 1 million bats during the project's life was never brought up during discussions, planning, and testing. But while writing the book during the day of animal rights activism and conservative ethics, he explained his thoughts. If times have changed, so have I. Hard to imagine, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, you're going to love
Bats.
Okay, so testing begins in 1943 in New Mexico with thousands of bats captured in the very cave that inspired Adams' plan, Carlsbad Caverns. The first bat bomb took place on May 15th, 1943. You're going to love this.
They did it. They really did it.
They tested it at Carlsbad Army Air Corps Base in Carlsbad. The bomb was released from an Army Air Corps B-25 bomber and appeared at first to work. The parachute deployed, the bats flew free, and the shell carrying dummy incendiary devices. But as Copper recalled in his book, an unexpectedly strong wind carried the bats further away than expected. With no bats to photograph, Signal Corps photographers asked if the team could stage other bats for photos and films, this time using live incendiary devices.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Yes.
As the team prepared more dormant bats for the photos, the Carlsbad heat awoke them. With incendiary devices activated, the bats flew off, took refuge in an air traffic control tower, barracks, and several other buildings, all newly built for the Army Air Corps. When the bats detonated, they set the new base on fire.
No way.
Firefighting resources were not activated in order to protect the secrecy of the project. Though there were no reported injuries or deaths, the boondoggle did result in one very upset Army Air Corps commander whose new base was burned to the ground.
They just let it burn.
Burned to the ground. Though the test was deemed successful, the Manhattan Project made more progress in less time. And in October 44, Project X-Ray was officially terminated by military brass in Washington.
So
And the bat bomb
splitting-
was never used again.
So our
Splitting the
backup was a
atom.
nude. If the bats don't work, guys,
We'll nuke
these
them.
crazy bastards have this thing called a nuclear detonation.
We think it's
Yeah.
bullshit. We think the bats is surefire. It's a winner. That's the
I
winner.
got all my
We're going to
money on
burn the
bats.
whole country of Japan down, man.
So they made more progress on splitting the atom than it took for them to train bats to
Yeah.
fly to the right spot and burn something to the ground. That is insane. That's absolutely.
Oh
What a crazy idea.
gosh, dude.
Holy cow. You know, I
Hey, you
guess
know what's
nothing-
insane is that this guy's briefing it. Somebody
Yeah.
briefed it.
Yeah.
The
And they're like-
insanity was
Let's do it.
You know
Let's
what?
do it.
it didn't really work with inert munitions.
We
So
gotta put
we
a
think the
line.
real
Yeah.
problem is the fact that there's
Burn
not
down the
live
fort.
bombs.
Yeah.
Well, you know how
All
he
right.
did it?
That's,
He wrote a letter and sent it to Frank FDR. And FDR said, well, that sounds feasible. Let's look at that. And that's how it all got started.
Oh my god. The things they could come up with. Just
Oh, yeah.
just let's try this. Let's do
Yeah.
this.
Nothing was off limits.
I
That's for
put my
sure.
runner up in the chat there.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But Marty would have got rid of it because it was a CIA mission.
Oh.
Yeah,
what do you mean I would have got rid of it? What is
It's
that?
not military. Yeah.
Oh, well, maybe
I
we
was
should.
I was joking about the
expand
acoustic kitty one because I think it's absolutely ridiculous and
Well,
hilarious.
then save it. Do it next
All
time.
right.
Well, we can expand out. We're not
Yeah.
we're not hard and fast rules. Our 116 subscribers might.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, and eventually, I think you're going to find it really hard to find those eccentric points of history. You know what I
do
mean?
it, man. Find
It's
it.
tough.
Do it. Save it for
Yeah.
next week. Save it for next
Yeah.
week. It's Eric. You take the cake.
That
man.
one was
I don't know
awesome.
how you finding this shit.
Yeah,
I don't
that
know
was a
how
good
you
one.
finding these things, man. This is crazy.
Just dig in.
I love the ingenuity of like. Hey,
I love that they green lighted it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Let's
amazing.
try it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
It
I mean,
makes
you
me a
can't-
little worried to be what's getting greenlit right now.
Tell me about it.
Good point. Yeah, that's a good point because now we can read about all the crazy ideas that were greenlit and didn't work, and you're like,
Didn't work.
what the fuck? That was ridiculous.
Well, the
you're
one- the
right.
one Jake
What is
and I
going
did-
on right now? Yeah,
The one that we did
No.
last week and you did, drugging the Americans and soldiers without their. That's crazy.
for a
Like
decade,
20
plus.
something years. I was
Yeah.
like, what the?
Yeah.
Keep it going. These guys
Yeah.
are good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, you're good.
They're not getting any VA.
What
money.
else do you
Don't
want
worry.
to try on them?
them?
Anybody else? Any takers? You just
How about this,
They're like a Christmas party. They're drawing it out of the hat after they dose the punch.
Oh, good one. Yeah, we'll try that.
Oh, this is
We'll try that on Monday when we come back
That's
from
it.
break. Heck yeah, that'll be great. Yeah, these guys,
Amazing.
we give them an extra $15. They'll be
You got to rub it in his eye? That's excessively deviant. Good call on that.
But you know, it's a accurate test. Yeah, that's what we got to do.
They work for us. It doesn't matter.
It's really, you know, what was funny about that whole thing that you guys both did that story, but Jake couched it as just like, this is crazy. We were experimenting on these guys, and Eric couched it as, we were trying to make super soldiers.
Yeah.
They were like
With
super
something.
addicted soldiers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they thought they could wipe out or like incapacitate a whole town,
Right.
by just
Yeah,
spiking the
sure.
water or
Without
something like that.
destroying the town.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. That was the thing. The humans weren't really an issue. It was the infrastructure that they were like,
We want to keep that.
let's not really destroy the cool churches. Like, okay.
Let's just kill people.
Yeah.
People.
There's some
And-
really pretty bridges out there. Have you
But
been to
you're
these?
but you're absolutely right, Jake, when you go, oh, we don't have anything. I mean, we've progressed so far. We don't have any of those
Yeah.
crazy ideas now. And it's like, they didn't think they had crazy ideas back then.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what is going on behind the scenes? My God.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah. I mean,
Let's
I'm
think
looking
about
at
flying a Black Hawk with no pilot. That's
Yeah.
got to be new. We'll do that
it via a
Let's try it.
tablet
Sure, let's try it.
with a
that any
tablet.
kid
Yeah.
could use.
Yeah. But that
I mean,
one's that one was successful, so it came out to the surface.
Yeah,
But
there you
how
go.
many are unsuccessful?
Yeah.
Well, think about what
think
DARPA
about
would
that
be,
a lot,
right?
though.
Going through DARPA.
Oh, DARPA's
Oh,
they're
dude.
mad scientists over there.
Yeah.
They are
Yeah,
absolutely
dude.
mad scientists over there.
No
Yeah.
doubt.
They are Taco Bell employees after hours just making up food.
Yeah.
That's what DARPA's doing. They're just like,
There's LSD milkshakes in the cafeteria. They're like, all right, I
Let's
think
play.
I'm going with the shrooms today, boys. I
I
got a
know.
really, I got a really
What's-
crazy idea I need to build up here.
in the storming portion of the team building, they're like,
Yeah.
no idea's a bad idea. Come on, no idea's a bad idea. What do you got?
Oh,
Let's
Bats
strap
with
an
napalm
incendiary
and, like,
device
we've done-
on an
We've
ant.
done bats with napalm. Come on.
We can move ants. over
Now
there.
you're talking, Airman Perrot. Now
Ants.
you're talking.
that's
That's
exactly it.
We don't need IEDs. We have IE ants.
Yeah.
What could anybody
you-
bring up STDs? Could we do anything with STDs?
Yeah.
And they're like,
If you link all the ants together, it would make one hell of an explosion.
Yeah.
One little ant, nothing. It's like one of those little poppet things that you get at the grocery store.
But if we
A
feed
whole colony of them.
Look out, baby.
we'll call them black powder ants. That's what
Black
just
powder
black powder ants. Yeah, that's it.
Should we make them breedable? They're like, yeah, why not?
Of course.
What
course
could go
it is.
wrong?
Oh my God.
It probably is. DARPA is. Oh my God, DARPA is comic book world.
Yeah.
Man.
Jake, you're going to get a
crazy.
call tomorrow that says, "Hi, Jake, call. This is DARPA, and we're offering you a job. We really like some of your ideas on the podcast the other night. We'd like you to come work for us."
Dude,
That whole
those guys
stringing
are
out ants, that's really
yeah.
cool.
those guys are so freaking smart though. Like
They're beyond smart. Yeah, and that's why they can propose stuff that when you strip away all the smartness, and you're like,
yeah.
that was really a dumb idea. Right? Well, it made sense when they were briefing it. You know,
Do they
you're like,
need a people person? I'm in. I don't need to get. Actually, Eric, I've been actively trying not to get read into anything new.
no
I'm
snaps,
like,
no nothing.
Less.
I hear you.
No ACCMs, no SAPs, no nothing. I was like,
I was just telling
Interesting
telling
you
Marty,
say that because
my PR was
Eric
coming
said
up.
that at the beginning.
oh
yeah.
yeah.
my
Did
PR.
you just say that?
I'm not doing it.
No, dude.
Oh, he's gonna let it go. He's
Get
let
me
it
read
go.
out.
go.
I'm done.
Yeah.
I ain't doing that PR. Yeah, let's go party.
Yeah, there we go. There we go, man.
Nice.
No,
On
no.
that toke,
On
let's
that
call
joke.
it an episode after that token.
Heck yeah.
On behalf of all of us here, I'd like to thank you for listening today. Please like, share, and subscribe, and let us know how we did in the comments. And make sure next week that you are not
Late for changeover.
God, it's good to have the gang back together. We got to reach out to Juan and Anna, see if they got another episode in them.
I saw
But-
one the other day, actually.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Is he full up barber man now? Did he pass?
Looking sharp as hell, man. He was
Mighty
classy.
sharp.
Yep. Classy.
Of course he was. I'm sure he was edged up, dripping, looking killer.
Looking good. Yep.
Gentlemen, thanks for being here. Thanks for the week. And to all those listening and watching, thanks for watching and listening. And we'll see you next week.
Woohoo.
Hey, Eric, you think how many seamstresses did they employ to build those vests?
You lost me.
Who would sew a little bat vest? Like, how many of those
right?
little bat vests did they sell?
Good question.
They're like,
And think about it was like an upside down ice machine thing where they would put the bats to keep them warm, and that's what was deployed out of the plane, and then it would open up when the wind.
The worst of that
I
is
wonder if the vest like drooped up when they're upside down. It's like get all chafed up,
no
pissed
way.
off when they.
Those were made back then. Those were made by AP's finest.
Hey,
Yep.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you next week.
dudes, have a good
Yep.
one. We'll see you.